Welcome to QLeave. QLeave helps Queensland's building and construction workers get the long service leave they've earned. Our scheme rewards workers for their service to the industry by making sure they take long service leave after 10 years, even if they change employers or work interstate. So how is QLeave funded? This is where you come in. The scheme is funded by a levy imposed on most building and construction work in Queensland that costs $150,000 or more to complete. The levy means that it doesn't cost anything for employers or workers to join QLeave, and it ensures that we can pay long service leave to workers once they're ready to claim. The liability for notification and payment of the levy rests with the person for whom the work is to be done, to ensure that the project owner's indirect costs are included in the total. The levy may need to be paid on local, state or federal government projects. There are 3 components to the levies we collect. Currently, the combined levies are 0.575% of the total cost of the building and construction work, which generally equates to $5.75 for every $1,000. Of this, we collect $1.25 for workplace health and safety and $1 for Construction Skills Queensland. We then invest the remaining $3.50 to provide ongoing funds for long service leave claims. If your project will cost over $10 million and will take more than a year to complete, you may be able to pay in instalments. To discuss this further, please contact QLeave. We'll assess your application and let you know if it is approved. The full levy is due when the project is 3/4 of the way completed, with final costs due at the end. When you pay your levy, you'll be asked to tell us your cost of work. But you might be wondering, what is the cost of work? When we talk about this, we are talking about the total costs incurred by the owner that relate directly and indirectly to the building and construction project. The total cost of work determines the levy payable for each project. So it is important you include all goods, materials, supplies and services, whether sourced within Queensland, interstate or overseas. In many projects, there are indirect costs incurred prior to notification that should be included but are often left out. These may include site clearing, town planning, fees for design, project management, engineers, quantity surveyors, and builder margins. For major projects, these costs can be incurred years before a builder is appointed and work begins. However, you still need to ensure these costs are included in the total cost of work when you initially notify QLeave of the project and before physical work starts, even if other costs have been incurred earlier. Here's what you need to do to pay your levy. Before you start work on your project, you must notify QLeave with an estimate of the total cost of your project. You can do this by completing the notification and payment form at www.qleave.qld.gov.au. When you complete the form, you'll need to tell us how much you expect the project to cost. You must notify the work and pay the levies before you apply for a development and building approval. Your certifier will need to cite a receipted notification and payment form before they can issue a development and building approval. It's important to remember that your QLeave obligations don't end once you've notified the work and paid the levy. Throughout the life of your project, you will need to keep us informed of any changes to work details, change of builder, or cost of work. You can do this by completing the relevant form on our website. Then, once your project has finished, you're required to notify QLeave of the final cost of work via our online finalisation form within 30 days of work ending. If we haven't received your final costs within 30 days, we'll send you a reminder. If your cost of work increases, you may need to pay additional levies. If the final cost of work is less than what you originally notified, you may be eligible for a partial refund. For more information about levy payments, please go to our website at www.qleave.qld.gov.au. You can also contact us via phone and email if you have any questions. We are always happy to help. Portable long service leave, helping workers get the long service leave they've earned.